I have the honor and responsibility to deliver the presentation about the product, which I believe most of you know the best, and the product is called MicroStation. MicroStation Connect Edition. Just to remind you, MicroStation is a 3D information modeling and documentation software specifically for the diverse and demanding needs of infrastructure projects. And even more, MicroStation helps you to get the best return of your investments into BIM. So, there are reasons. You can deliver your projects better, faster, and with less mistakes because MicroStation is interoperable and scalable as a platform. And it offers robust and extensive modeling tools, and it offers automated production of intelligent production of deliverables, drawings. So you can easily integrate content of virtually any type and scale and format, and you can share the content between or among the members of your team or project team, because it's a scalable and interoperable platform. And you can meet the unique requirements because you have standards management in hand, and you can customize your design environment. Also, you have the power to track changes because you have change management, and you can understand easily what's in there because you have the design review capabilities and analytics and simulation and visualization. And there is no wonder why MicroStation is behind many of the world's most amazing infrastructure projects. This is because of its unrivaled selection of powerful and flexible and easy-to-use drawing and modeling tools. And those tools help to create not only intelligent model, but the model which is associated with the deliverables and output drawings, if you wish. So the process of integrating the model and the output, the documentation, is fully automated, can be fully automated in 3D workflows. And then it's not only easier and faster than manual 2D drafting, but it helps you to produce more valuable, richer, and more understandable output. For instance, by placing 2D drawings into context of 3D model. So, we talk about Connect Edition. Connect is Bentley's marketing name for new generation of software which empowers its users with the ability to be connected. And being connected means that you improve productivity, you improve communication, and you reduce the risk of bad decision making. And this applies through or over the whole life cycle of your infrastructure projects. How? Well, as a user, you can be individually connected. In your personal dashboard, you have instant access to Bentley services and also to your data and standards. On project level, it's maybe more important that to mention here that everything here is project related or in the context of project. And project has a profile, and that project profile will determine for your organization your recommended playbook. And in dashboard, you can measure your performance of the project, how the things are going. You have standards management in hand, and you can manage your engineering content easily and share. You have deliverables and you have catalog services, which we take a look later. And of course, on enterprise level, enterprise or organization or just a big company will learn from multiple projects, and so it extends its intellectual property, which can be later applied on other projects in portfolio. So much about being connected. And Connect Edition brings us something we call common environment for project delivery. And this common environment has, let's say, three main factors. These are modeling, data, and performance. So in the presentation of MicroStation Connect Edition, we concentrate on the modeling aspect or factor. There are many new things, a number of functional areas, and I'm trying to cover just few of them. So let's start from personalized experience. See what it means. The Connect Edition is responsive to the user, to you. It tracks your interests and sees what you are working on and will give you the information you need and provides recommendations. As soon as you sign in, you have instant access to right learning paths. You may get news and feeds to Bentley communities, and you have dashboard, which at a glance gives you all the information, links, performance, etc. And everything is around the project. So project is now the top level concept in all Connect Edition products. Oops. So just to be more detailed, everything in Connect Edition is about project. Majority of the old workspace concept is, let's say, revised and rewritten. And as a result, now the new environment provides interoperability between other Bentley desktop products and also project-wise collaboration tool and cloud services. And this is based on project ID or identifier. And on the project page, as you can see not only the project, but projects, but also who are working with the projects, and you can pin your favorites. And as soon as you start the project, MicroStation will ensure that all the project standards are enforced and the right sharing rules and capabilities apply. We have something I mentioned, which are playlists and playbooks. In other words, these are customized or personalized, tailored learning paths. The software understands your task and will recommend you the right learning stuff, courseware, and you can get suggestions or understanding what tools are relevant for this task. So as a result, you can move from simple drafting to real information modeling and find relevant and specific design applications from among the vast number of those we have them in Bentley at nowadays. So let's look further. Everybody's talking about user experience at nowadays, and let's see. The new environment has new user environment where the commands are placed on a ribbon as icons, which are easier to find and see, and they are grouped like by workflows, like modeling and drawing composition, maybe visualization. And you can easily integrate also your old navigation workflows. And there are search capabilities which reduce the time you find the commands or tools you need. You can execute them from search. And not only are commands easier to find, most commonly used tools are now displayed right at your cursor. And also, all the settings and configurations are now centralized, put into one place, and they are now easier to find, to understand, and administer. So just quickly to repeat, we have in new environment the concept of workflows. Workflows can be modeling, can be visualization, and maybe drawing composition, and on the workflow it depends what tools you have on your ribbon. And we have search capabilities which apply in many places, in finding commands, in finding maybe your levels, and also in finding system variables if you need to configure or customize your environment. And as mentioned, migrating to Connect Edition doesn't have to be tough, because you can take along your old tasks and user interface customizations. Now, we have something really, let's say, attractive, which is addressed by the term reality modeling. Excuse me. It's the cold weather in Lithuania. So, reality modeling allows you to design within the context of real world, if you wish, accurately represent as-built situation within your model, within your MicroStation environment. And here is an example of the new type of data right inside the MicroStation, Connect Edition. What makes it different is that it's compact, it's immediately understandable, very easily understandable, and it can be compared against the design data or the data you survey by conventional methods. And it's easier and cheaper to see the changes, and such as surveying and comparing can be a continuous process on daily basis. Behind that is a new technology which Bentley uses to expand reality modeling, and which turns real photos to real 3D models. We will learn about it today, but my point is that, like point clouds, these reality meshes are new fundamental data type inside MicroStation, which helps you to measure the real world conditions with high accuracy. And another aspect of reality modeling is how to create 3D models of existing objects. The Connect Edition allows you to work with point clouds, virtually any size of point clouds, and clearly and quickly see and understand what was outside. Now you can use point cloud simply as a context and maybe for animations, but you can use point clouds for speed up your creation of your vector models. You can extract geometry and let's say digitize vectors that serve as a basis of your further design or renovation or rebuilding project. Maybe the functional area where we see much more, not much more, but the many changes if compared to what we used to have is parametric modeling. Parametric modeling means that we maintain geometric relationships between elements and we control the key dimensions by variables and why not by equations. And we have parameter sets to save variations of such a design. From a detailed 3D modeling, from a 3D modeling perspective, the MicroStation Connect makes it great achievement, because as a part of agreement between Siemens and Bentley, Bentley has expanded its parasolid-based modeling environment by adding totally new T-cubed constraints engine. Constraints are the rules that keep the, let's say, shapes in shape. And the result is more intelligent, even more. In MicroStation, you have all the 3D solid modeling tools, which in the past used to be a little bit, let's say, scattered into different type and sort of modeling tools. Now you can model complex and precise model of any size by using unified and more easily understandable solid modeling tools, utilizing parametric constrained, let's say, sections or contours. And this picture shows that everything in this feature-based parametric modeling has history, and you can always go and pick the original, let's say, contour and modify it by parameters. So, like in this sample, you can draw a contour, you can apply constraints, you can fix certain key dimensions which you focused, and you probably want to change. The software takes care that everything else retains its shape, and so you can, in 3D, quickly develop better quality designs, which have the advantage that you can continue making changes and updates even when it's 3D, and maybe throughout the whole design process, and easily. So that was parametric modeling. And now we have something which is called functional components. This is the next great thing in Connect edition. In short, functional components are made by using a number of complementary technologies which you can find inside common modeling environment, which help you to produce intelligent objects. Functional components are much more than MicroStation cells. The situation is similar to the relationship between term dynamic views and the mechanics behind producing one. There are saved views, there are reference engine, there are display styles, etc. So it's a concept which has many basic building blocks behind that. And having intelligent, parametric, and let's say building blocks with business information and maybe linked documents, you can put them into project-wise catalog service and make them available for your project team for, let's say, creating new content or improving existing content or creating eye models which you can share without losing semantics inside the geometry. Here you can see that projects can have hundreds, maybe thousands of different CAD objects, and the differences can be very small, slight differences. Maintaining that data in the form of cells is very time-consuming, and errors can cost money. So instead of maintaining libraries of nearly identical MicroStation cells, you can create functional components, flexible objects that are pre-configured, remember, parameter sets, with in range of variants, and functional components can include embed properties, links and links to documents, such as manufacturer details, and then you can put them into catalog services, and they are easily accessible, easily findable, and reusable by others who have rights to use them, of course. So, using functional components and sharing them, you eliminate the risk of inconsistency across the project. Here is a little video where in the MicroStation the right component is found from some right category, and this component has variants, pre-configured. Component has associated information like drawings, like technical data, and it can be placed into a drawing easily, exactly like the ordinary MicroStation cell, but what you get is actually much more. Now, changing the pre-configuration, the parameter set, you get the same thing, but with different dimensions. Then, because everything that was put into drawing has or comes with business properties, it's possible to run a report, a bill of material or specification, whatever, and have all the data in the form of table, which you can put into your drawing. Even more, it can have maintenance data which you can visualize. Let's say, saying in what time period has to some oil tanks have to be maintained. MicroStation uses display rules for colorizing those in 3D environment. That's it. Now, last but not least, we have to create understandable output deliverables, and there is quite a serious new functional area which we address as a documentation center. Documentation center is designed to improve your multidiscipline workflows and to react on changes with minimal effort from the user. The workflow can begin with models that come from many sources. Everything can be multidiscipline. And the special design tools are used to automate the creation of drawing views and that are managed as a part of the project and used to lay out your sheets. All drawing standards, reports, automation, and in sheet numbering are driven by object properties. So we have property-driven display, property-driven reports, annotating based on properties, and also creating index sheets, which makes our life not only easier, but reacts automatically to any change in project or in components. Let's see a little video. The documentation center allows to produce output faster and use the information which is stored in BIM models. Here, Connect Edition can control the symbology of drawing based on the information, these properties inside or attached to the objects. So when your model will change, you don't need manually to check or correct model symbology because it's already done automatically. With a single click, you can quickly create many sheets, and all the sheets come with numbering, and the index on the cover page can be created automatically and put as a table in the drawing. Even more, you can put annotations based on note templates, and annotations retrieve the property information which is stored inside of those objects. And you can have a bill of materials or specifications all over the content of your design. So these are reports. Just to repeat, in Documentation Center, we have automated sheet layout. You can automatically create the multiple sheets. And we have something we call drawings now between design models and then sheet models, which is part of the concept. And we have property-driven annotation, allowing you to use templates or note templates and retrieve exactly the property or the information associated to this or that object, which we tend to put into drawing. And we have property-driven display, which allows to use the same business data stored in our design and change the look of our drawing or model, if you wish. So, as a result, Connect Edition helps you to manage project documentation based on drawing properties. You can create index sheets, you can create bills of materials and specifications, and everything is updated automatically. And even more, models and drawings have been disconnected for a long time. Now, hypermodeling bridges that gap by integrating or helping to integrate 2D within the context of 3D modeling. And simple workflow enable you to quickly and easily create drawings and places them to scale and into the sheet, but at the same time, these sections and elevations or plans can be represented in the context of the 3D model. This helps to understand where something has been taken from or what exactly is behind that particular section. Once the sheet is created, it will include links to the model and vice versa. A model can include links to plans and sections, and this enables you to navigate directly from one representation to another. Also, it can be linked to external documents, for instance, specification of this particular ventilation aggregate here in the form of PDF. So this is maybe not so new, but remarkable thing. So these were the 6 functional areas which I I found relevant to mention or to quickly outline in this presentation, which represent the major achievements or innovation in new Connect edition. What else? From the programmers or developers' point of view, there are good news as well. Connect edition comes with new modern API, allowing or enabling C++ and better integration to .NET environment, and a lot of examples. Supported is Visual Basic for applications, 7.1 and 64-bit. And yeah, the whole development kit is updated, and it of course means that the applications on top of Connect edition need some update. So as a summary picture, there are a number of different areas where you can find major innovations inside the Connect release of the MicroStation. We touched briefly streamlined user experience, new interface, playbooks, playlists, and workflows. The serious part is documentation center with sheet and layout creations, multi-sheets, indexing, property-based annotation, and display rules. Modeling is something to look into because of the functional components and the new constraints engine. And for the joy of discovering things, you can look at the printing side and visualization side and the administration side, which, like mentioned, is now centralized, put into one place. So, as a summary, MicroStation is a unique platform meant for infrastructure people. And it gives you freedom and better communication in design. And with these advantages, you can focus on what you do the best, your design, building or operating your infrastructure. And at the same time, you get the best return on from your investments into your models. So, in other words, MicroStation is really the software which helps you to design better world.